Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you one of the best pieces of information I've seen in quite a while, and it should blow your mind to really see from an actual major bank what Ripple has been working on for its use case for XRP behind the scenes for a very long time. I think it should really put things in perspective for a lot of you that have never seen anything like this. Let's get it started with XRP James T. At XRP James sent me this. I was not aware of this. This guy, who's an XRP community member, Phil, I guess that's Philip I don't even know how I would say that. At ALLEZAN111. Apparently he's got cancer and he's going through chemotherapy. He says still 30 days to hold before getting rid of this. Little Moon of XRP would help me to support this better. I really hope that he gets better, and I also hope that XRP does moon more than he could ever imagine to help him through this time. That cancer is an awful thing, and I think it's affected. I don't know anybody whose family it has not affected over the last few years, and hopefully one day, maybe in conjunction with the rise of digital assets, some genius will finally figure out how to take cancer out. And maybe a lot of us will be able to contribute to things like the St. Jude's thing, like what King Blue does, and help to fund a cure to this kind of thing. So I hope he feels better, and I hope he gets better. From BG man, I butcher everything. At BGIRADJI. Fun fact, over 800 .coms went bankrupt where duped investors got $0 back. There are over 800 useless tokens on noteworthy crypto exchanges globally. History will repeat itself. He's 1,000% right. We've talked about this a lot on this channel. Just like we have never even been close to being in a bubble in digital assets, because the highest they've ever gotten was around 850 billion, to the .com bubble in 2000 got to between 9 and 13 trillion dollars. That's why I've said all along, this thing is very similar to the .com bubble, but we're talking about, or the .com rise, but we're talking about, whereas then you were talking about the Internet of Information, now we're talking about the Internet of Value. Well, we've got a lot further to rise before we're in anywhere near a bubble. But a part of that process, he's exactly right here, you will see all sorts of coins come out of this, and most of them will go nowhere and will be baseless and based on nothing and will go away and disappear, and I hope that you're not one of the people that gets duped. XRP is one of the great exceptions to the rule. Michael Arrington's posted this today. Wow, I'm getting old. The first Sony Walkman was released 40 years ago today. And this is what, when I was in high school all the way into college, when I would go jogging, this is what I would jog with. And for you young people out there, we had tape cassettes, which were about, I guess they were about 4 inches wide, and you would put them in these things and go running. And today, in fact, just the other day, I got some of those Apple ear pod things. I think that's what they're called. That's like, I mean, we've come a long way from where we were when I was a kid. So anyway. Next, from XRP, the Standard Productions, at XRP_Productions, you need to give this guy a follow. He says he's been the voice of Marvel's Venom and DC Comics' Caped Crusader Batman. Now, this guy, Brian Stivali, I guess is how you'd say it, voices a summary of the superhero of digital assets, XRP. Please enjoy XRP in 2 minutes from XRP Productions and share it to infinity and beyond. I'm going to give this a share. This is really worthy of being shared, folks. You need to, and here's the YouTube channel. It's XRP, the standard. I need to subscribe too. XRP, the standard productions. You need to go watch this. This is one of the best 2 minutes, and you don't need to just watch it. You need to share it. Share it on Twitter. You need to spread it around, because this takes 2 minutes and shows how XRP was created and what it was created for, and how it was an improvement on Bitcoin. That was the whole point from day one, and some of the smart people involved. It really does give you a great 2 minute summary, and it's professionally done. Go watch that and then give him a retweet. Let me see here. Next, this is from RR Coda at dpark61308. Sent me this. This is big time right here, folks. Former Ripple exec to lead Binance's U.S. expansion as new exchange CEO. The operator of Binance's upcoming U.S. crypto exchange, BAM Trading Services, has hired a former Ripple executive as its CEO. BAM announced Tuesday it had appointed Catherine Coley as CEO, who will be responsible for rolling out Binance US as well as expanding the exchange marketplace in North America. Well, isn't that convenient? I wonder if Binance.us could be an XRapid partner down the road. Because if you look at the next few tweets, this is the actual announcement from BAM Trading Services, and then you see some of the Ripple people. Brianna Madigan, who is Global Institutional Markets at Ripple, she says, "Go Coley, so proud of you." And then we've got Brad Garlinghouse coming in. Big congrats to Ripple's former head of XRP Institutional Liquidity, Crypto Coley, and her role as CEO of BAM, operator of Binance US and Binance America. Awesome to see outstanding Ripple alums like her going out and impacting the broader crypto ecosystem. And these are her tweets that he was retweeting. Excited to serve as the CEO of BAM Trading Services, the operator of Binance.us. Grateful to have developed XRP markets and liquidity alongside an amazing team at Ripple, and to partner now with Binance to exchange the world. Now, folks, if you don't think this is good for Ripple, you have lost your mind. This is great. This is perfect right here. It's the perfect alignment of a major exchange coming online in the United States. This is going to be great. Okay, Jacob Canfield posted this. Breaking: Cloudflare is down. This happened this morning and is affecting hundreds of websites and services. Below are a few that are down at the moment: Coinbase, Medium, Patreon, Authy, Discord, Product Hunt, Gemini, Zendesk. The beauty of Bitcoin is that it never goes down. And then this is one example of one of the things that went down. This is Poloniex. Due to technical issues with our partners, Poloniex is currently unavailable for trading. We are working with our partner to resolve these issues as quickly as possible. All funds are safe, and we will keep you updated here. Okay, and then next, XRP Bart. At XRP Bart's a definite follow in the XRP community. Sent me this. Ripple's greatest cheerleader, IMF's Lagarde, in the running to replace Mario Draghi at the ECB. That's big time, folks. And then there's this. Jack the Rippler, which is a definite follow, at Ripple XRPi, posted this, which is a really good little speech by Christine Lagarde, where she talks about, she kind of ties in, we need further efforts to address the potential dangers of too big to fail. Now remember, if you remember the financial crisis, Chris Larson was on stage at Money 2020 last year. We showed you this, where Chris Larson talks about during the financial crisis, one of the major problems was liquidity. This is something that C3 Nick has brought up in tweets in the past. Liquidity was the issue, and Chris Larson talked about on stage at Money 2020 about how liquidity, XRP could help solve that liquidity problem. Then you've got her addressing this and talking about the efforts to address the potential dangers of too big to fail. Too big to fail was what was the problem that was the focus of what came out of the financial crisis. All of this ties in, folks. It's not a coincidence that she has been talking up digital assets and Ripple and XRP. She hasn't specifically mentioned XRP, I don't believe, but Ripple, and she's danced all around XRP. Next, Chinu Patel 29 sent me this. 2 billion people remain unbanked worldwide. 190 million adults are unbanked in India. It's not profitable for the banks to open their branch to serve these individuals, but through cryptocurrencies, we can include these unbanked adults in our financial system. Exactly, folks. You're going to see apps. Okay, now, if you see nothing else that I put out in a video for the rest of this month, I want you to see what I'm about to show you. This is what it's all about, folks. This is why XRP is the one. This is why XRP is the greatest digital asset ever created, and you're going to see what Ripple's been doing behind the scenes right here. If this doesn't hit home with you about why XRP is the greatest investment in 3 lifetimes, if this doesn't hit home with you, nothing's going to hit home with you. So sorry, you can just watch me grow my wealth. Brian Melancholy XRP at Mike Honcho _11. This is a tweet from I'm Not Leaving at 2Color Rainbow. Royal Bank of Canada. Now remember, Canada just yesterday came out with their digital asset that is going to be tied to the Canadian their currency. I'm drawing a blank on their currency, but anyway, it's going to be tied to their fiat. Royal Bank of Canada, the largest bank in the G7 economy and currency, discussing Ripple and XRP in a report titled Imagine 2025. Let's look at Imagine. This is from the Royal Bank of Canada, folks. It's called Imagine 2025, Themes, Opportunities, and the Law of Accelerating Returns for Required Conflicts, Disclosures, This is from their global research. Now, look at this. This is RippleNet Committee is what they called it. Since 2015, Ripple and an advisory team made up of a diverse set of leading transaction bankers have been building the rule book, a common framework that ensures operational consistency and legal clarity for every transaction. This group actively advises on maintaining and enhancing the rules and standards as RippleNet grows. MUFG Bank, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, RBC, Santander, Standard Chartered, Westpac. And finally, this is it, folks. Cross-border transfer through Ripple using XRP Ledger. What I've always said on this channel is that I believed XRP would be a bridge asset for all of the walled gardens. Yesterday we saw that Canada had created their walled garden. I don't remember what they're going to call it, but it's their own stable coin. Well, look at this. Just look at how they've laid this out. These banks and all of this flowing through XRP. That's how they've laid it out in what they've been doing behind the scenes, folks. Now look, as we go down, RippleNet, with or without XRP, offers transparency of Forex rates and fees before the transaction is originating and can reduce costs per payment for financial institutions. They're showing it as being 46% cheaper. And then they actually have transactions processed through Ripple are immediate, 24/7 with real-time confirmation of receipt. Exhibit 71 illustrates the various settlement time required by multiple providers. MoneyGram is on here. MoneyGram has just gone from 2 to 5 days by partnering with Ripple. That's been a game changer. And just imagine, now we know that's in the works. Imagine what Western Union, PayPal, and TransferWise are doing. They're probably calling Ripple. But if this does not, a major bank like this coming out with something like this, and they're literally showing you how it would work, folks. They're showing you how you would bridge between these different fiats, which would be in digital form, and it would bridge straight through XRP. They're showing it to you, folks. I'm a digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family. XRP is the one. It has always been the one. It's the greatest digital asset ever created, and the banks know it. Thanks for listening.